Quantum computing didn't have a miracle week. It had something more important, a construction week. No one announced a universal quantum computer you can use to solve real business problems tomorrow. No one erased the error problem. No one proved that practical quantum advantage is suddenly here. But D-Wave, IBM, and Quantinuum all pointed in the same direction. Quantum computing is moving from the physics demo to the build-out phase. And that may be the bigger story. Because if quantum computing ever becomes useful at scale, it won't be enough to make fragile quantum effects happen in a lab. The industry has to turn those effects into systems that can run long enough, repeat often enough, and connect to real industrial problems. That's the shift. Not just stranger machines, reliable machines, repeatable machines, deployable machines. Start with D-Wave. D-Wave announced a gate-model quantum roadmap targeting 100 logical qubits by 2032, with more than 1 million operations on those logical qubits. That sounds like another quantum scoreboard number. It's not. The important word is logical. A physical qubit is the raw hardware. It can hold quantum information in ways ordinary bits can't, but it's incredibly fragile. Noise creeps in. Errors pile up. A calculation that works for a moment can collapse if it has to keep going. A logical qubit is different. It's a protected qubit built from multiple physical qubits using error correction. Think of a single thread versus a woven cable. One thread snaps easily, but enough threads arranged the right way can carry weight. That's the idea behind fault tolerance. Not a perfect machine with no errors, a machine that can survive errors long enough to do useful work. So D-Wave's roadmap matters because it pairs a logical qubit target with an operations target. It's not just saying we want more qubits, it's saying we want protected qubits that can keep working through a long computation. But this is still a target, not a delivered machine, not proof that practical quantum computing has arrived. D-Wave is drawing a path towards reliability. Now look at IBM. IBM announced plans to invest more than $10 billion over 5 years in quantum computing, including hardware, software, manufacturing, partnerships, and related capabilities. The headline number is big, but the deeper signal is manufacturing. Quantum computers aren't hard only because the physics is weird. They're hard because the entire machine is weird. The chips are delicate. The cooling systems are extreme, the control electronics are specialized, the calibration is demanding, the software has to fit the hardware, and the whole thing has to be operated, maintained, updated, and supported. A lab prototype can survive because experts know every cable and every quirk. A real platform has to survive handoffs. It has to be built again and again and again. That's what makes manufacturing such a meaningful word here. Not manufacturing like ordinary laptops rolling off an assembly line, manufacturing as repeatability. Can you build delicate quantum systems with enough consistency that each one is not a custom science project? IBM's plan also keeps software in the same conversation as hardware, which matters because better chips don't automatically create quantum computing. Developers need tools, researchers need workflows, companies need ways to test ideas, connect systems, and understand what quantum hardware can actually do. So IBM is pointing to the second problem, not reliability inside one machine, repeatability across the whole stack. Now look at Quantinuum and Mitsubishi Electric. They signed a non-binding Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, to explore a strategic partnership around quantum computing applications for advanced industrial engineering and design. An MOU is not a product. It's not guaranteed revenue. It's not proof that practical quantum advantage has landed inside factories. It's a formal intent to collaborate, but even that tells us something important. Quantum companies may understand quantum hardware and algorithms. Industrial companies understand messy real-world problems, electromagnetic analysis, structural design, thermal systems, factory automation, energy, utilities, air conditioning, building systems, and the constraints that show up when technology leaves the lab. If quantum computing is going to matter commercially, those worlds have to meet. That's what the Quantinuum and Mitsubishi move represents. Not a finished quantum product, a route-finding exercise. Where could quantum capability actually fit? What problems are worth testing? What would an industrial user need before this becomes more than research? That's the third problem, deployment. Put the 3 announcements together and the pattern gets clear. D-Wave is aiming at reliability. IBM is aiming at repeatability.
Quantinuum and Mitsubishi are aiming at deployment. Those are not the flashy parts of quantum computing. They're the parts that decide whether the flashy parts ever matter. That's why this week is interesting. It's not because practical quantum computing is suddenly here.
It's because the industry is acting more like it understands what practical quantum computing would require. Logical qubits instead of just physical qubits. Operations targets instead of just device size. Manufacturing plans instead of only lab milestones. Software and partnerships instead of hardware alone. Industrial applications instead of abstract promise. This is what a field looks like when it starts growing up. Early quantum headlines asked, can we make something strange happen? The next phase asks, can we make it reliable enough, repeatable enough, and useful enough to leave the lab? That's a much harder question, and probably a more important one. So the next time you see a quantum announcement, don't stop at the qubit count. Ask what kind of qubits they mean, physical or logical. Ask whether there's an operations target. Ask whether manufacturing is part of the plan. Ask whether software is being treated as infrastructure. Ask who the industrial partners are. And ask whether the announcement proves a result or maps a path. Because quantum's next chapter may not be decided by the most dramatic experiment. It may be decided by the teams that can turn fragile physics into reliable systems. The miracle demo era made quantum computing feel possible. The factory floor era will decide whether it becomes real. If you found this useful, a like and subscribe helps us keep making more of these videos. Thanks for watching.